Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Perfect Podcast. Tiny.
Eugene, I told you, bro. I don't do all that high energy stuff. It's early.
Got it. Okay. I'm Eugene of E-Tre Productions, and my perfect co-host is Miss
Indescribable.
Tiny Indescribable. She's absolutely perfect. And today's episode, guys, we know we bring you some absolute magic and some amazing guests, and I'm so excited about the guest today. This person is probably one of the most instrumental people that have helped me gain a footing in entertainment completely in Atlanta. And so today's guest we have with us on the couch, Miss Khalimah Gaston. Welcome, Khalimah.
Thank you, Eugenie. Thank you for having me. Hi, Tiny. It's so nice to meet you.
So
I've heard great things.
that's a lie.
From me.
From him. Truly.
Why do you do that?
I know.
Why do you do that?
He's great. He thinks you're great.
She's gonna come around at some point.
How long is this episode? I got stuff to do.
You say that every episode. You know, it's the same, and she's gonna have a great time.
She is.
So, Khalimah,
Yes.
wow, you've been, you're an actress, and you were in Atlanta for some years,
I have been.
and that's where we met,
Yes.
right, at an amazing event called Screening Room ATL.
Yeah, shout it. Mm-hmm.
This event was so dope. When I tell you, I knew nobody coming to Atlanta in entertainment. I really wanted to make a go of this, right, and make it be full-time entertainment. And what I've recognized is a lot about who you know, not necessarily who knows you, right? And so I had to meet a lot of people. And every week I would come down here and attend Screening Room ATL.
That's
so
right.
tell the folks, what is that and what was the premise of coming up with it?
That's so crazy. That was so long ago. I started in 2016. I had been only living here for a year at the time. And really, it was the same. I wanted to meet people. I knew that I was new here and that instead of meeting everyone everywhere else, just bring them all to me. So luckily, my mentor at the time was like, hey, I got a space. You could do it here. I'll help you, whatever you need to do it. And then voila. Within a couple months, it was one of the best places you could go to meet other creatives, other writers, producers, actors, and just vibe with your people. You know, Atlanta's still new.
Yeah.
And it was very new then. So there really wasn't many other things like it.
Absolutely.
And now there's so many. They're everywhere. They're just popping up all over the place.
That
you know,
shows you're a
when you
pioneer.
say, what is it like? I would say that it is a mixer that's very much for the genuine creative and artists, not just for the, I want to be on the scene and want to be seen. It's like, no, I really want to share my work and find out what's going on in my community. So there are a couple in Atlanta now that are very similar. You might have heard of one called like Greenlit.
I think I've heard of Greenlit.
It's something like that, right?
Yeah, may have.
Something.
Eugene, you know that's where we got all these people to do this fake podcast.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is. It's
That's crazy.
Ain't none of these cameras on. You steady talking about some
That's
action.
crazy.
We are in like the at least 8th episode at this point, and I am impressed. That team,
Wow.
okay, have actually been rolling.
Yeah,
the
so
cameras.
now I have Screening Room LA, and it's awesome. Monthly. You'll find on the last Wednesday. Follow us, Screening Room LA.
Screening Room LA, and I bet it's going to be if it's anything like Screening Room ATL, it's going to change
Even
so
better.
many lives.
Even better.
It's even better.
Even
Wow.
better.
So you're a woman of so many gifts. See, I know you as the perfect stunt woman. And of course, we're going to get to why.
Yeah, she looks
Okay.
confused.
Okay.
She doesn't-
She made a look.
That's-
She don't know what you're talking about.
No, she does.
She clearly said.
She is the perfect stunt woman.
Right, I am.
Like the absolute perfect stunt woman. She's done
He can't
so
read the
much
room.
work.
He has a hard time picking up on
and-
social cues. So that's why he probably don't realize that you don't know what he's talking about.
That's crazy.
We just was having a little sidebar. Go ahead.
She's so insightful.
She really. Thank you.
I like her. It's the eyes. They pull you in, and then you're like, oh.
And
anything
then
you
the
say.
brain gets you there, and
Yeah.
you're like, how can you be so smart and so beautiful?
Agreed.
Eugene, I almost told you to go to hell. Can we just finish this podcast, please?
It's my perfect.
People don't tell people to go to hell enough anymore. That's good.
I feel like we need to bring that back.
We
We
need
need
to
to
bring
run
it
it back
back.
one time for the one time.
Go to hell. That's good.
That is pretty good. I thought we would give flowers. That's
Oh.
what I was thinking. Like, while
Oh,
you're here.
yeah,
I
no.
brought a book. I didn't bring flowers.
Oh, did you write this book?
I wrote this book.
No, you did not.
I absolutely did.
So you're a amazing actress, an amazing host, the perfect stunt woman, and an author.
Yep.
Wow.
Indeed.
Okay, well, we definitely want to get to that book.
You should. I brought it for you because I heard you weren't that good on the table. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Tried your boy in 4K.
You know, I don't know if I want to go there now. We gonna go there now. We here. Tell us about this book, Khalimah.
All right. Well, this book is called Aight So Boom. You want to learn how to play spades.
Is it really called Aight So Boom?
Aight So Boom.
That is so...
You want to learn how to play spades.
That is so
Now, is this a
black.
metaphor, or do you really teach us how to play spades?
Aight So Boom. Here goes the first part. Introduction for learning how to play spades. I
Wow.
have memories of learning as young as when I was 4th grade. So during the pandemic, I would gather people together and we would play spades in my house on Thursday nights. I would cook and it's just 4 of us. It was not a spectator sport. We are just there to play. No one's going to have next. We got next. And there were a lot of people reaching out that didn't know how to play spades.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't come. But
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to work on a book for you. And I meant it. And the main person was my little sister. She kept asking me, well, how come you know how to play and I don't? I'm like, because you don't sit down and watch us play, which is usually the way to learn.
You know, it's very
Right.
true. Nobody
now-
nobody gets taught how to play spades.
We don't
You
gather
just
the way
learn.
we used to, so you can watch. So I felt like, let me just put out a book. And when I tell you, a lot of my good friends learned, and they're actually good now.
I need to learn, why are spades so important to black people? Like, it's not even a sport or a game anymore. Like, folks get in it and you have had whole family fights
Your
over
relationship
spades.
will be tested. Yeah.
Period.
Why? Why is this game
You just
so...
played. You tell me why. When you just played 2
Well, see,
weeks ago.
so
why
I
was
did.
it so serious that you lost?
I played with a couple friends. I was mad because it's that game that you could be so good at your hand. And if your partner
Right. Yeah.
cuts wrong, throws off, you just messed up. You can't take no cues. You just messed up everything. Right? Like, that's what makes me mad. It's like your partner and you have to be
There you go.
on the same
So
page.
that's the thing. It's a partner's game. And lately, if you play by the computer, you're learning how to play independently, one person off. You're not learning about partner spades.
No.
So it's something you gotta learn people. You gotta know how to read people, read the room. Like
This
she
is a
said.
very good lesson
Hello?
she's trying to teach you right
And
now.
you know, I think when you grow up in places like New York or Chicago or just certain places that allow you to have a certain level of awareness or forces you to have that, it doesn't leave you, and you have to bring that same ability into spades and knowing how to read people. If somebody's underbidding, they probably play scared. That means they probably not a risk taker in real life, right? Or if someone's overly confident, like I'm sure you probably talk shit during spades.
The whole time.
Because that's who you are in real life.
I thought that was the point of the game.
That's why you lost.
It's a part of the game.
That's why you lost.
I only lost that one time.
Oh.
Okay. And I was playing
I'm sure
with
it
somebody
wasn't
who
just
didn't
one
know
time.
what they were doing. Right. I didn't have, now,
So
if
it's
I
their fault.
if I had my perfect co-host, Tiny, I know we would kill it.
You the one, huh?
Put your hand down.
We would.
Put your hand down.
You a good spades player, huh?
I mean, I might. I do a little something, you know.
See?
Yeah,
It
that's
depends. We're
it.
playing Joker, Deuce, Deuce, or
And
just ace
that's
high.
the way. See, already
important
I
to
already
ask
knew-
questions
Talking
before
about
you
when
play.
she said,
I'm just-
I already knew she was full of shit.
Is it?
And what she's really saying is, get me out there. and
Yeah,
watch me.
I already
watch
got a
me-
pack
watch
of
me
coins
work.
in my
So
purse.
do
So
I. So,
if
you
y'all
know,
wanna
it's whatever.
run it real quick.
Y'all
you
can
know.
find it on Amazon. Amazon.com.
I think we should do that.
We're gonna create some kind of.
I'd rather play
affiliate code
spades
so
with
we
her
can
than
get this.
finish this podcast.
Oh, well, we can get the
think we should do that.
Get on the table. We can bring these two together.
I think we should do that. We should
But
record
before
that.
we do,
Boom, boom, boom.
you got to be careful because again, this is a game that can incite a lot of violence, and when you're playing
not
with the
lying.
perfect stunt woman,
Might
it can
get hurt.
really get.
Well, just for
really bad.
disclosure, I can't fight.
Damn,
So whatever kind of tussle you're looking forward to, you won't get it here. You can knock, but the buck stops here. Okay?
Say less. Say less.
Wow, that's great. So take us to this film. There was
Okay.
a film that you've made. So you've acted. You obviously play spades, using that as learning life lessons. Love
Absolutely.
that. But I saw you in a film where you was like kicking ass and taking numbers. Like nobody was safe.
It's called Do XYZ. You can find the trailer on YouTube and you can find the project on my website, KhalimahGaston.com.
Love that. Love that. And so in this film, you were actually like full out whooping ass.
Yep, shooting guns, hitting with sticks, all kind of
Okay.
kicking, all kinds of things.
Uh-huh.
It was fun. It was 3 days of that. Fake bruises, all kind of stuff. It was cool.
That is so dope. So it's like you and Tom Cruise do your own stunts.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Tom.
She don't want to be
I
right
did.
there.
Tom.
He's a riot.
He's a
baby.
hoot.
He's a hoot. That's why I'm trying to tell Tiny we're gonna have him on the Perfect Podcast.
He do not
someday.
know Tom Cruise.
He might.
He don't.
Tom is the perfect action
He don't even know how to
star.
play spades.
Ooh.
Wow.
Just okay.
Here,
Tell us
this one's
more.
for you. That one's for you.
I don't know if I need it, but
I mean,
Please crack it open like some crab legs. Just
Yeah.
get into it.
Start it up.
okay. So do XYZ with this kicking ass, right?
Yeah. But I
that's-
just did a movie that just wrapped, actually. It'll be on Peacock at the end of the year. It's called Women of the Jury. And
Okay.
I played a very passionate juror who was like an activist, so to speak, and stood up for black rights.
Wow.
Didn't get good reviews from the other jurors, but, you know, she spoke her piece, and we'll see what happens.
So is that where the stunts came in? You were like the juror that came in and started
there were
whooping
any
on the
stunts
judge.
actually
and-
at all in the whole project, and
Really?
definitely not for me. No, just good acting.
Why you
that's
keep
all.
trying to make her a stunt?
No, she is like that. So Khalimah and I, we really related on the stunt side because a
course.
lot of people don't know that. I did
Eugene, if you
stunts.
lie up in here on this camera today,
No,
You've done stunts?
I've done stunts.
see
I've done a
one?
little stunt work.
Yeah, show us.
Well, it's a little
Just
tight
like a
in
little
here.
tuck
Oh,
roll right
okay.
here.
No, it's a little tight.
Just
do
but
a
little kick.
backflip.
I can show you the footage. You guys ever see Power Rangers?
Oh,
Which one?
you ain't finna waste my time. I done seen the movie. You ain't
You
finna
seen-
tell
no,
me some.
no,
Look
no,
what
not-
I can
The
do.
movie?
I don't
No,
want to
not,
see it.
Not this movie. The series. The power.
Like originals
The
from the
original.
90s.
Original. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. See that one?
How
Those
old
stunts
are
were
you?
terrible.
They were what?
They were terrible.
No, they all of the new stuff is built on what we did.
Wait,
You were in Power
I was the
Rangers.
Blue
Yeah,
Ranger.
you were.
You don't remember me? That was me.
Okay.
Blue Ranger.
Okay.
That was
okay.
dope. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also did Star Wars. You guys
Okay.
watched that one?
Which one?
With Boyega.
So you
Eugene, you don't know
Remember when he
nobody
took-
named Boyega.
never met a person named Boy.
You don't even know nobody named no Boyega.
You don't know
Crazy.
when the black man.
The
from
way
Star
you
Wars,
make
when he-
up stuff is
when-
insane to me.
It's not even. I'm.
You
so
supposed to be
sick.
talking to this lady about her work, and you lying.
We are relating on the stunt work that we've done.
Okay, bro.
That's all I'm saying. Right?
That's true.
Because stunt work is hard.
It can be.
I didn't
sure.
recognize how
How
much
would you
sweat
know?
can accumulate
Yes.
under that helmet. When I was an Imperial soldier in Star Wars, you
Wow.
understand how hot it was? You think
Can I see a picture of you like in the dressing room or like with your co-star?
Girl, he ain't got one. Don't even pat your pocket. I hate when people do that. When you go out to eat and they looking for who gonna pay the check and you ain't got it. You ain't got no picture of you with no Boyegas and no Enterprise, nothing soldiers.
it's only because Lucas didn't want any phones on set.
Lucas. You call this guy Lucas?
Yeah, it's my boy, Lucas. Yeah. He was like, no, you can't have any phones out. So I was like, all right, I respect
That
you.
makes sense.
Yeah. But if you watch the movie, you see it. When Boyega takes his helmet off, I'm right there.
Next to him? On which side?
Sweating.
I'm sure we can find
To his
like
left.
a clip on YouTube or something to verify that claim.
Yeah. Yep.
Because at this point, it's a claim.
Allegedly.
It's true.
Allegedly. That's what
It's
we'll
very
say.
much alleged.
Just saying.
But I believe you.
Thank
You
you.
know, because I know how sets can be like, oh, no pictures. So I get it.
Why did they do that? Why did they do that?
To protect the integrity of the project in case people don't make it into the project.
In case people lie about their involvement in the project.
But if they had the footage behind the scenes, then
Bro, what is happening right
then
now?
we would have it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
So those are your
Okay.
two projects.
I've done more. I mean, there's just two
Power
I can
Rangers and then-
name.
Please
off the
do
top of my
not
head.
ask him to name any of
Were
these
you in
projects.
Dune? Was Zendaya?
I didn't
Why
do
is she
Dune.
feeding
Yeah,
this?
they called me about
Why
Dune.
is she
Oh.
feeding into this?
But it's too much sand. You know what I mean? Like it gets in my hair.
Have you worked in Marvel?
I did some Marvel work
Okay.
back in my day. Actually, probably a project most people don't know about.
Which one?
Remember Derek Luke?
Of
the
course.
actor? Yeah, I was his stunt double.
Biker boys. You were a biker boy?
No, in Empire when he was a
Oh.
lead in Empire. Yeah, they put me as a stunt double in Empire.
What you did?
I stood in before the camera rolled and had to make sure that the lighting was great. And
No, what stunts did you do?
That was the stunt.
no,
The stunt
the-
was
That was
standing?
the stunt.
The stunt was
He
standing.
was a stand double.
You were standing. In,
no.
in
They
place.
told me I was a stunt double. So,
Hmm.
but they never put it on camera.
Eugene, do you know what a stunt double is versus a stand-in? You know what the two duties, like what the actual...
I do, but I believe there may be somebody out there who doesn't. So,
Tell 'em.
Khalimah, why don't you just let our viewers know what the difference is between like a stunt? That's a great question.
Well, a
What-
stand-in
Stand-in.
just stands in.
Yeah.
While the person who's supposed to be there, Derek Luke,
First
he's
team.
in camera. in wardrobe and checking things out, going through his, before he gets to set. You're just standing there.
Yeah.
Because you're probably roughly the same complexion. Yeah, you look like it. And so the lighting and the camera and all the spots, making sure everything works with the camera.
You saying I
So
look
you're
like Derek
second
Luke is
team.
what I'm saying.
But stunt double
Ain't nobody said that,
or
bro.
stunt
You're not
performer
listening.
would be jumping off buildings.
I didn't jump off the building that
cars
time.
through bridges, going into explosions. For the person who would be Derek Luke, who is not going to do that because he is Derek Luke, and then there's you. But I don't know if you were him.
Well, just quick question. Do you ever, I don't know, just drive into explosions?
You ever do that?
So there was this one time. Funny story.
When
But
you
like a
smile
movie
like that,
or
you
real
finna lie.
life? Right. Ooh, that's good to know.
That's the
What's
lie
that?
smile. Every time you smile like that, you finna start
the
lying.
lie smile. That's the
What-
lie
Every time you
smile.
smile out there, that's a
That's
lie
my
is
genuine
coming.
smile. Though. It's like that's
She said you a liar.
It's giving falsified documents.
okay, but
Fake news.
so there was this one time.
Stop the cap.
Okay, but I gotta save that story for another time.
Okay.
We'll actually talk about
Please
my
do.
stunt experience. Khalimah, what do you have coming next, ma'am? Because you are so involved.
Ooh, right now.
So outside of the
I'm going
movie
to
out of
be-
Peacock.
I'm going to be making my own movie. I'm looking for investors
Come on.
who are going to join
You
Eugene.
came to the wrong
and
place.
being no, because Eugene
He ain't got no money.
He got 125. You
Girl,
said with the
nobody
budget.
here is getting paid.
He got 125 for the budget, y'all. I'm gonna use that toward my movie.
And we're gonna do a
It's a spades horror
code
film.
here. Is it really a spade horror film?
Absolutely, that's what my movie is, and I want to shoot it this summer. So that's my main focus right now. But I am gonna be in a movie later at the end of this month as well. It's gonna be on BET Plus.
Can you talk about that movie? What's
It's
that
called
movie?
Different with Me, and I'm gonna be playing a very fiery hairstylist. I think I'm gonna use an accent. I'm still working on which one. The director's giving me full reign, so I'm gonna maybe try British, maybe try Southern, maybe see what my mom is doing with her patois. I don't know, but I feel like it will be fun to just make a character.
Can I
you
just
know?
can I hear a little bit of the British?
Ooh.
Oh, all right. What would you like to know?
She
That was
did
really
it.
good. I told you.
Now, so you need to put more people like this on the show. The people that you had last time, waste of money.
So imagine her doing this and the stunts.
At the
Kicking
same
ass.
time,
Bridge, you'll be Idris Elba.
sister.
That's a man.
Yes,
Eugene?
right. I don't want to be him, but sure, whatever.
Okay, now can you give me some super southern?
The Southern. I guess it all just depends on what you want.
I know how to pick them.
It's the eyes for me.
I
Okay,
know.
okay,
It's the
wait.
eyes.
Okay, give me the
Use the
patois. Give me-
eyes to the
Give me-
side.
give
and
me-
so
I want to
lean
see
and
how
wide.
many. I just want to see how many we can
Oh,
do.
Lord. All right.
So we can do some patois.
I only do it with my sister only because, okay, so I'm Jamaican and Chinese, and those are two things I don't ever want to like disrespect, because my mom would be like, what the was that? And I'm like, I don't even want to play with it. So I'm like, let me refer to her first and see what she say.
Well, this
and
may
I'll work
be the
on it.
perfect podcast exclusive.
It is
Some
Eugene, you gonna get this girl
patois
disowned,
from Khalimah?
and you gonna think it's funny while you still playing spades.
That's a fact.
Killing
no.
spades, winning.
You gonna give me slaps?
Because I now got the book that
Well,
everybody's
I'm
gonna
thoroughly
get.
impressed with today's guest. If the next guest or anything like this, Eugene, you might be able to get me to stay on this show. Maybe.
That's what I'm telling y'all.
Maybe.
Good job.
Telling y'all, this show is going to last a very long time.
We didn't say all that.
To be my perfect co-host.
We didn't say all that. Which one is my camera? We didn't say all that.
That's yours up
We
there.
didn't say all that.
Okay. Make sure you get a close up on her eyeballs.
They're beautiful.
Aren't they? Okay, so that is amazing. Khalimah, how would somebody follow you?
Don't follow me. Follow Jesus. However, if you're going to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at KHALIMAH official. Khalimah official.
Khalimah Official.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank you so much for joining us, Khalimah.
You're welcome.
You're an
This was
amazing guest.
wonderful.
She's an amazing person. She's an amazing beauty and talent.
Hype man.
And the perfect stunt woman.
PR. Eugene's the best. He does everything, truly. He can do AV. He can be an actor. He can be a host. He can direct. He can produce. Everything. I remember I went to his family's house for a reenactment of like The Grinch. It was a whole full-on production. It was just for family. I'm like, this guy's ridiculous. I
We did
wish
get
growing up we were
prosthetics.
doing that. I had a
And
prosthetic
everything.
nose. I had a whole costume. Baby, you couldn't tell me nothing.
It was so much fun.
It was.
Too much fun.
So thank you.
And people are going to get way more than that in the Perfect Podcast. So make sure you tune in to our next episode. And make sure you get your Aight So Boom. You want to learn spades by Khalimah Gaston? Make sure you get that. Use our affiliate code because we're going to make some money as well.
Period.
And make sure you follow myself, Eugene at E-Tre Productions. And make sure you please do us all the favor. Not just follow my perfect co-host, but make sure you leave a comment on her page that she
Don't do
is
that.
killing
Don't.
the game.
Show her
Don't
some
do that.
love.
Don't do that.
Uh-huh.
Don't comment on my page.
Tiny, indescribable.
Don't do that. Nobody.
Love you all.
So nice to meet you today.
So nice to meet you
So
too.
listen, we should do our own podcast.
I agree.
I'm thinking like just cut him out of all of. What are you doing?